This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so good morning, friends, and welcome back to the session that is Big Data Masters program. And with our
Yeah,
journey,
good
we
morning.
are good morning. So, with respect to our journey, we are going through with the module two that is distributed processing with Pyspark. Module two, distributed processing with Pyspark. So, yesterday we had discussion like why we need to learn Python. So, because this PySpark, this is the combination of Python, PySpark is the combination of Python plus Spark. Okay, that's why like it is called PySpark. So, it is the combination of both of these two module PySpark and from the big data perspective, once we are having huge amount of the data, then to process it with low latency, we need to process it with Spark. Okay, and we are using Python API from the Spark side. What we have discussed in yesterday's session that Python, this Spark is providing four different APIs like the person who is having the knowledge of Scala, he will be write down the code for Spark. The person who is having the knowledge of Python, he will be able to code for distributed or huge amount of the data onto the Spark cluster. The person who is having R and Java knowledge can also do the coding for big data processing in Spark. So Spark is providing four different APIs, and if you are having the knowledge of any of these programming languages, you will be able to code in Spark. So Spark, what I told you, this is the lightning fast in memory compute engine. Lightning fast in memory compute engine. So whatever is processed within the Spark, that is processed inside memory, and because of that particular reason, we are able to get the outcome with low latency. And we have gone through with certain aspects or limitations which was there inside the Hadoop, and Hadoop was lagging like because that was the disk processing system, and disk processing systems are having latency issues. And if we compare with respect to the performance, Spark is almost 100 times faster than Hadoop once the processing is done inside memory, and 10 times faster once the processing is done inside the disk. So from the data engineer perspective, the role for the data engineer is to data engineer, data architect, okay, big data solution architect is to handle or is to tackle huge amount of data. Once the data is huge, then simple monolithic machine will not be able to handle. And Python was working in the monolithic way of computing, like say it is working onto a single machine, and if the data is used, Python will not be able to process that particular data. So we need to have something that we can be able to handle huge amount of data, and that is given by Spark. And Spark is saying that you, if you are having Python knowledge, then use my Python API or PySpark API, then you will be able to tackle huge amount of data. That is perfectly fine. Now. So Python plus Spark, that is PySpark, and because of this particular reason, like Python is mandatory for data engineers. Okay, because we need to deal with huge amount of data and we are leveraging PySpark. So we need to have understanding of Python, then only we will be able to work with PySpark. In yesterday's session, we have gone through like how to do the environment setup, and I have shared the recording list or video list from the YouTube channel side. so that you can go through with those particular recordings and you will be able to set up the environment. Hope each and everyone is having Python environment. Can you guys please confirm with respect to that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Akhil,
Yes, sir.
so and what about Raz and Naresh and Rohit?
Yeah, I have.
Mm-hmm. So all of you are having Python environment in your machine, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, Naresh, what about you? Okay, I think we are not able to hear Naresh properly. Okay, so let's move further. So Python for data engineer. So in order to learn a particular language, there are certain aspects that you need to have, that you need to learn basically. Like you need to have the basics knowledge, basics, basics knowledge. That is in terms of say variable, data type. Okay. Then you must have the knowledge about its operators, then looping mechanism, then functions, okay, and libraries and all. Okay. So these are the basic things in order to learn a particular language. It is not limited to Python itself. If you want to learn a particular language, it might be say Scala or Java, C, C++, C Sharp. So whatever the language is, but the methodology will remain same. You need to have the basic knowledge like how to declare a variable, what are the different data types, typecasting and all, how to assign values to the variables, and how to define data type over there. So that is the stuff. Then operators, each and every language is having operators, different mathematical and different operators are there. We will be going to cover those particular operator like mathematical operator, assignment operator, bitwise operator. So in order to perform a particular task, we need to have certain operators. So operators knowledge must be there. Then we are having say variable data type and operators knowledge, then it might be possible with respect to a particular task we need to go through with certain iteration and all, we need to execute a bunch of statement again and again, then we must have the knowledge of looping mechanism, how to iterate a particular statement again and again. Then like functions, so if a particular you can say set of program is portion is utilized more than once in a program, so how you are going to leverage convert it in terms of function, so that you just type it once and you will be able to call that particular function at that moment once you need that particular function, and you will be able to perform that particular operation. So functions are mandatories. Then libraries are nothing but certain inbuilt functions basically. Like if you want to perform certain operations, then some libraries or some inbuilt functions are there which you can call as per your demand, as per your requirement, and you will be able to finish or furnish your operation. So libraries are there. If you have written a particular function, say you have, you can say, developed a program that is the calculator. Okay, calculator one, mathematical calculator or basic mathematical calculator. So you can convert it in a function and you can give it to the community. And like if someone is in need, then they can they can call that particular mathematical basic mathematical function or the program that you have developed, and they will be able to utilize the benefit of. So function libraries are nothing but uh, certain inbuilt function which have developed or which are given by Python side in order to perform the basic operation. So these are the things in order to learn a particular language. Like these are the basic stuff. There might be like many other things as well if we are going with the advanced programming learning methodology. But these are the basics that we need to have in order to start developing the concept of of a programming language. And we will be going through with these particular aspects, and then slowly we will be deep diving into the the advanced concepts as well, and that will be good for developing our foundation. Okay, so let's start with the thing, like the first topic that we are having, uh, indentation. Indentation. So this is the first topic. Probably, if you are able to recall, say once we are, you can say, writing down the code inside the C. Say like uh, over there we are having, say, if conditional statement is there, then we used to use these curly brackets in order to denote the start and end of the, if you can say, conditional statement. So like, or say we are having for loop, and then say this is the body for loop. Okay, if we are going to define, say, function, and say this is the body for a particular function. So start and end is denoted with the help of these curly bracket. But inside the Python, friends, like there is no use of curly brackets and all. But Python is following strong indentation. This is the strong indentation type language. And if you are like defining a function, if you are defining a for loop and all, then you you must, you can say, define the start and end, and it will be taken automatically by Python. Just have a look. Say if, let me define a equal to 5, b equal to, say, if a equal b. Okay, so just have a look. This is the if conditional statement, and I have defined like if a equal to equal b, if a equal to b, then I have typed this colon, that is denoting like I have used the if conditional statement. And when I pressed enter, then it has taken the indentation. Okay, and if I'm going to use, like if I'm going to press the you can say backspace button, and I am like I came in the starting of line, then it is throwing error. Just have a look into the error. Okay, indent expected, indent expected. So this is nothing but indentation related error, and what I told, Python is strongly indentation typed language. Okay, although Python is going to consider it by itself, but being a developer we need to focus on to this particular indentation mechanism. Okay, so if indentation is wrong, then the outcome what we are expecting from the Python side, that will not be correct. It might be possible from like we are having, say we are moving with multiple case statement. If a not equal b, then okay, then also like if I came over here, okay, then also, so depending upon the use case that you are going to have, let's see, this is simple output. Whatever, I'm just giving you an idea. Output. Okay. Then and just have a look. Indent expected. So just have a look over here. Like we are having this, if you can say body, okay, and we are like running a statement if a equal to b, then like we can have say elif or else if, elif a, this can be statement a equal to c, and then I can say print something simple, or this is not simple output, whatever. Okay, so based upon your requirement, you can like utilize these particular things, and uh, what I'm trying to say, Python is strongly indentation type language, and if there is certain error with respect to the indentation and all, it will throw error. So same thing, these particular stuff is captured over here in this particular slide pack as well. Say like this is the strongly indentation typed language, and just a minute, and like we can utilize comments in order to explain the Python code. Okay, comments can be used to make the code for more readable, and comments can be used to prevent the execution of the testing code. So over here, what is the meaning of this? Say like say like over here a equal to b, and that is fine now. So over here I can use commands, like in order to command a particular stuff we can use hash key, hash special character. This is a if conditional statement. Okay, so what is the meaning of statement? The compiler is not going to read this particular line. It is going to skip this particular line once I'm going to use it. So depends upon like you how you are going to utilize these particular aspects in your program, like how you are going to declare variable, data type, operators, looping mechanism. But the main thing is that you need to follow the indentation, and indentation is very, you can say, important in the world of Python. If like you are not referring the correct indentation mechanism, then you will be facing errors, you will be getting errors and all. So try to focus onto the good indentation mechanism, and like if you are using a particular IDE, then these particular things will be, you can say, given, the errors will be given by the IDE itself. Over here what we were able to see, like if we are not referring correct indentation, then it is throwing error. Okay, it is throwing error like this is not a correct indentation, indent expected. So you will be getting the errors and all. This is the simple stuff, uh, but very important from the Python working methodology perspective. So let me try to say, so it will be like corrected automatically, and you can have say elif as well, if you want elif, and say a is greater than b, and print, you can print anything. Say a is greater than b.
Sir, I am audible to you.
Yes, 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 yes.
So, okay, sir. It's starting the network issues from there, sir.
Okay, not an issue.
Sir, okay, sir. What is the intent means? Well, what is the intent means, sir? Actually, I'm asking something. What is the intent mean?
Indent, what is the meaning of indent? English meaning.
Notes means, sir. Actually, what is the meaning of in languages? What type of intent means? What they want to describe?
So that's what I'm asking. Like, what do
Hmm.
you mean by indent?
Yes, sir.
Intent. So basically, in every programming language, we are having certain conditional statements, we are having certain looping mechanism, we are having functions and all, right?
Yes, sir.
These are the things in each and every programming language. But
Yes, sir.
how to identify that this is the block for conditional statement, this is the block for, you can say, loop, okay, or this is the block for a particular function. Okay, in a particular functions, like we are going to perform a lot of operations in the conditional statement, we are going to pass multiple conditions and all. Okay, and in a particular, you can say, looping mechanism, we need to iterate, okay, with certain set of statements, and perform certain operations as well inside the loop. So how you are going to define the area of that particular, you can say, conditional statement, loop, or function, or how you are going
Okay,
to define the boundary.
okay,
I'm
okay. So
just
actually, it's
I'm
showing that
providing.
this condition is start from there and from here to and there, showing like this.
Okay, so it is the meaning. Say if I'm writing it in this particular way, this means like this is the if, you can say, conditional statement, and this is the content for within the if conditional statement. If I am coming out over here, if I press the backspace key, now I came out from the if conditional statement block. This is not the area of if conditional statement, or you can say heading and subheading. Are you like, say if this is the main heading, okay, and subheading will be having, you can say, a certain space, and I will be able to say visualize that this is the content from this heading. These are the subheadings. Let me try to explain with the help of certain document. Mm, just a minute. So I'm just going to share certain reports and all. Okay. So just try to think, try to look over here. So this is the literature review, and inside the literature review, we are having, say, John AI driven 5G networks, robotic process. So over here, what is like there? Inside the literature review, we are having these particular subheading, and I can say this is the area of literature review. Okay, say inside the introduction, these are the things inside the introduction, or results. So these are the two you can say subheadings inside the result. So so basically, the main thing is that whatever we are going to have, whatever we are going to have inside this particular conditional statement or loop or a function, what is the part of this particular conditional statement? So it is driven by indentation inside the Python, right? It is
Right,
driven by
sir. Right.
indentation. Previously, what was happening inside, in case of C and all, we were having curly brackets. Inside the Java
Okay, okay.
itself,
Yes.
okay, we were having curly brackets. We have gone through with the Java programming, Java programming examples. Let me show you. Share folder, and over here, like say this is the map function, map class, and let me open it, a map class. So inside the map class, if you are able to see, okay, so this is the start of for loop and this is the end of for loop. With the help of curly bracket, I'm going to denote that this is the for loop area, or this is the start of for loop and this is the end of for loop, right?
Right,
Okay,
sir. Right, sir.
so if I'm writing over here in this particular way in Java, so that will not be any issue because this the curly brackets are playing this particular role. However, for the understanding perspective, like certain tabs and all that has been utilized, but these curly brackets are denoting the start and end of that particular for loop. Or you can say over here we have defined this particular class. This is the start of class and this is the end of class. Okay, so these are the things. These are nothing but indentation inside a particular programming language, and Python is not referring curly bracket and all or square bracket and all. It is just going to take the indentation by itself. But if like by mistakenly you have read press the backspace and all, so it will throw error, and that is indent expected error. So you will be getting this particular error. So you need to refer thoroughly. You need to you can say use your mind in order to type the program consciously, so that there will not be indentation related issues. And this particular stuff, like why I have taken this particular stuff in the starting itself, because like it will be replicated in each and every sub module, like if we are using looping mechanism, then it will be there. Okay, functions, and it will be there inside the conditional statements, it will be there, okay. So it will be there in each and every uh, part of the Python programming. So that's why like it has been captured, right? Indent, like you can say the way of coding inside Python, and it is, you can say Python is strongly indentation type language, and if you are not referring indentation, then the program will throw certain errors, and it is automatically captured by Python. If you press the backspace and you have not followed the correct indentation, then you will be facing certain errors and output will not be as per correct, as per the requirement. So say over here, like if a equal b, then I have printing something. So this is denoting the, if you can say, area, if body basically, yeah, whatever is there with respect to the if. So this is the area for if, and whatever is denoted over here, that is the with respect to the elif, so we will be going through with these particular things, no need to worry, but the
Hi,
main
sir.
thing. Mhm.
Uh, I'm saying you are saying that indentation error, indentation it will automatically take the programming. But
Mhm.
can I say only the spaces are the indentation, means only the starting statement, means before the print, only this is the called indentation error, or in the whole statement there are other indentation errors can be possible, means
Yeah,
like there is showing.
it might be possible.
Yes, yes.
It might be possible,
Okay,
like
so
within, if say you are using uh, another if, or within the for loop you are using if statement and all, within the function you are using loop and if statement, then it will be possible, say multiple looping mechanism, like loop inside loop, multiple conditional statement, like conditional statement inside the conditional statement, then also it can impact the you can say programming,
so
impact the.
all can be say as indentation error.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me show you. Uh, say if a greater than b, so print this, and say um, saying say if say a greater than say c. Okay, print say a is greater. This statements are not, you can say, with respect to the statements, like don't a greater than b. So say a is greater than b, b. If a greater than c, a is the greatest number. So over here, like if we are having multiple if, and if you are using this one, so then also it is showing indentation error. We are inside the if, right? we are inside this particular if, but what we have done, we have utilized one more if over here, and then we have typed the indentation incorrectly. Then it also throw errors, huh? Right? Are you able to understand?
Uh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Please ask, huh? So whenever we are using, say, like if loop functions, then we need to follow the correct indentation. It might be like the multiple conditional statement methodology, multiple looping mechanism, or multiple functions. We need to follow correct indentation. Although like it is taken by Python itself, like if I'm pressing enter over here, then it is denoting that start of the code will be from here. It is not from the beginning of the, you can say, line. It's not like we need to write from here, right? So we need to write from here only. So it has taken two, you can say, this is called like white space, two white space has been taken automatically by Python in order to, you can say, have the correct indentation. Clear? If you have opened any ID, just try to execute this particular stuff, and then you will be having the knowledge. Let me share it onto the chat. Okay, try to execute it by yourself.
okay,
Okay. All of you, Rohit, Kishan, Naresh, Akhil, try to do the execution by yourself.
Okay, sir.
Mm-hmm. So
Yes, sir.
what I'm
Okay.
expecting, like you have logged in with your laptop, and you have Python environment ready, then you will be able to do the execution. Just copy and paste and try to execute this, and you will be able to, or what I am saying, say try to paste it inside the notepad and go through with this and try to type by yourself and check like what is happening over there. And it will be a good practice, friends, like if you are going to type the code by yourself, like you can do the copy and paste, that is fine, but for the better understanding, what I'm insisting, you need to type the code by yourself. And please confirm once you have done this. Please confirm. Done. Akhil, Kishan, Naresh, Raj, Rohit, have you done this?
So not sir, actually right now login with mobile phone.
Hmm. And friends, what I'm recommending, try to log in with your laptop, because like once you are doing the things by your hand, once you are practicing, then things will be making more sense, and you will be able to
Okay,
clear
definitely.
the notes during the session itself.
So actually, while today logging with laptop, it's getting some error. I think maybe network or maybe another issue. That's why today
Mm-hmm.
also I have also logged in with mobile to attend the class. But
Okay. Akhil and Kishan, what about you and Rohit?
Yeah, it's running for me.
Okay. Okay. So you are able to get the stuff, like what is the meaning of indentation, right? Indentation is nothing but the white space basically that is automatically captured by Python. I'm repeating it once again. This is, you can say, a mechanism which is automatically captured by Python, and it is a normal way of coding or a coding methodology which is denoting that this is the portion of if this is the portion for a conditional statement, a loop, or a function. Okay, if we are not referring the correct indentation, then Python will throw errors and we will not be able to get the expected outcome. So that is indentation, and hopefully, Kishan, you have done the same. Is it, Kishan? I think the Kishan is not audible to us. Then Python variables. These are the simple stuff. Maybe you are having the prior knowledge, but for a good foundation, we are going through with these particular aspects so that there will not be an issue in future. So variables, like let me mention, say a equal to 10. Okay, a equal to 10. So a over here is denoting as a variable. Okay, and what it is denoting, like it is going to reserve certain space inside the memory. Okay, it is going to reserve certain space inside the memory to store this particular value. Okay, what we are going to denote over here, we have defined a variable that is like a equal to 10, and what is the meaning of this particular variable declaration? It is saying that we are going to some space reserve some space in order to store the value. Okay, value is nothing but 10, and whenever like we type say a. Okay, so over here just try to think, say we have typed a equal to 5, and when I'm saying say print a, so what it is going to share, like 5, a equal to 5. So a is one variable that I have declared over here, and the value is 5. So this 5 is stored onto a particular location. It is looking like this. Say, So we have defined a variable a equal to 5. So this is the storage, and over here we are having say space. So the ID for this say 1, 2, 3, 4 something, and this is nothing but the location ID. This is the ID for this particular location, or uh, let me try to mention. So this is the ID inside the disk, like how we are able to visualize that this is that at this particular location we are having this particular value. So I have defined a variable equal to 5. Then a is having certain results, you can say area, result location inside the disk. Okay. And
Sir, excuse me, sir.
mhm,
Can you please paste the can you please paste the program again in chat box? That's
okay,
earlier.
this is the simple one. Just have a look. So what I'm
Okay,
saying
sir.
over here, I have defined a variable that is a5. So a is nothing. A is going to reserve certain space inside the disk, okay, inside the memory of the system, okay, and there must be having the address of this particular location. So a is stored onto this particular location and the value is 5. So once you are printing, say print A, okay, once you are printing A, then what is happening? It is going to this particular address, okay, of the memory, and it is fetching what is stored over there. So what is the meaning of variable declaration? Variable declaration is saying that we are going to reserve some space in memory, yeah? In memory in order to store the value. Okay, so what we have stored over here, so we have declared a equal to 10. So it will be stored onto a particular location inside the memory. So this is the address of that particular memory. So and the value will be stored over here. Once we are calling, once we are like once we want to have this particular variable, and then what is happening, it is going to on that particular location and fetching the value which is stored over there. Okay, so that is the meaning of variable declaration. What is happening internally? Okay, probably like we are having the information equal to 10, but what was happening in the back end, how we are how this particular value is going to store in the world of Python. So it is going inside the memory on a particular address, and it will be stored over there. Once we are calling that particular variable, then it is going to that particular location, took the value and provide us the outcome. That is what is happening. Variable declaration, then storing, once calling, then it is going to this particular address and able to fetch the value from that particular location. Okay, is it fine,
Yes, sir. Fine.
all of you? So there are certain rules for variable declaration. Okay, so a variable must start with a letter or underscore. It must start with letter or underscore. Underscore, let me mention underscore. So if you want to declare a variable with a number, then Python is not going to take. Say say 5a equal to 10. So just have a look onto the error. End of statement expected. So error warning. So let me go into the error. So like it is throwing this particular error end of statement, but expected 18 on to the line number 18 it is showing end of statement. So like it is not as per like incorrect variable declaration and all, but it is showing end of statement. But this is because of like the definition of variable in an incorrect way. So we need to refer the right way in order to define a particular variable. So it must be start with letter or underscore. And if you are mentioning in this particular way, then the error will be gone. Okay, so underscore 5 that is fine. It has taken it. The error will be gone. If you are going to mention say a 5a, so then also it is going to take this particular variable. But once we are using say 5a, then it has shown the error. Like this is not the correct way, right way of defining the variable. So this is the first rule in order to declare variable. So rule number one is saying you must start with letter or underscore. Then it must not start with number. Okay. Then rule number three is saying that say you must not use special keywords. So in the Python, like we are having certain special keywords or certain function, like print. So print is nothing but the special keyword. Else if okay, these are nothing but special keywords. And if we are going to declare variable with these particular name, then it is going to throw errors. Like print equal to 5. So print we can't declare it as a variable. Okay, and say if equal to 5, so then also like it will throw error because these are the special keywords and we can't define these particular special keywords as a variable. So you use must not use special keywords for variable declaration. So this is with respect to the rule number 3. And like range, so variables can be defined a to z, a to z, 0 to 9 and underscore. Okay, these are the you can say these are the numeric or letters or special character that we can use in the in defining the variables. Apart from these things, like we will not be able to define a particular variable. Just have a look. Say if we are using hash, okay, 5a. So hash 5a, it is going to consider it as a statement. Statement basically like a comment basically, yeah, not a statement, comment. It is going to take it as a comment and it is not going to perform any operation. If like we are going to define something after hash, then it is going to take it as a comment. Like compiler is not going to consider this. Let me try to use at the rate. So at the rate 5a, so it is throwing error, like statement break expected. So at the rate is not a special character that can be utilized for the variable declaration. Let me use dollar. So if you are going to use dollar symbol, then also it will throw error, like found bad character. In order to define variable, so the main you can say thing that I want to focus, like variable can be defined within this particular range: a to z, small letters, a to z, capital letters, 0 to 9 numeric values, and underscore you can utilize. But the main thing is that it must not start with it must not start with numbers. Numbers. Like, let me mention in this way. Numbers, say 0 to 9. It must not start with this one. We can have underscore, we can start with underscore, we can start with these particular things, but we can't start with the numeric value. Okay, then special character, we must not use the special character. Yeah, we can use, you can say, underscore special character in terms of special character. And with respect to the special keywords, like there are certain things which are meant for specific reason, like say what we have seen, print, else, if, some. Okay, uh, or you can say as, this is also a special character. Okay, while, for, these are the loops. So we must not use those particular things in order to declare a variable. And variable must be, you can say, one, you can say, general rule that you can follow. Variables must be defined in a such a way that those, that you are able to judge, like for which these particular variables are defined. Those must be meaningful. Like say, I can say, mention, say if I'm mentioning say s equal to 10, or like today we are having 1 2 3 4 5, 5 student. So I'm mentioning say s equal to 5, and s, it can be anything. And if I'm mentioning say batch 26 underscore student, students, and student underscore count, and I can say 5. So this particular variable is more meaningful. Batch 26 student count. So like I, or anyone can able to understand that like this is the student count of batch 26. Okay, so variables must be defined in a meaningful way, so that like if anybody else is going through with your program, going through with your code, or she will be able to understand that the developer or architect has done this particular stuff in this particular block of code or bunch of code. Okay, so that is a good practice and good way of writing the code. Those are like we are going to learn those particular things as well. And we will be going to use certain, you can say, mechanism, that is camel case notation and all. Like say if you are not using underscore, then you can use this notation, s and then C. Okay, so over here dash 26, and like whenever there is a new word, then that particular word is started with capital letter. Like dash 26, then student, then count. C is capital, and say welcome to big data world. So in this particular way itself, like I am able to uh, identify that the developer is willing to write welcome to big data world. This is nothing but the camel case notation. Like in each and every word, once a new word is coming, then the first letter will be in capital and other letter will be in small characters, small letters basically. So that is the stuff, and that is nothing but variable. And this is the normal way of declaring variable. Like say, let me mention, say batch 26 student. Okay, we can have the variable declaration. Say I'm taking the example say from over here only. What is the example that I have given? Okay, so let me take this particular example. Uh, say fruits 1 comma fruits 2, fruits 2. fruit 2, fruit 3, okay, and 3. And I'm going to define certain values with respect to these particular fruits. Say mango, then say uh, and these are the string you can say. So it must, this is the string you can say character, so it is coming inside the inverted commas. It might be single or double, that will not be an issue. And say mango, banana, and say orange. So I have defined three you can say variables over here. And Python is smart enough, like if I have declared the variable in this particular way, then it is automatically denoting that fruit 1 is with respect to mango, fruit 2 with respect to papaya, and fruit 3 with respect to the orange. It is very smart, Python is very smart, as we were able to, as it was able to indent the content automatically by itself. In the same fashion, it is able to, you can say, identify the variables, over here single variable declaration, over here multiple variable declaration in one go, and what we are going to say print say fruit 1, I'm going to say print fruit 1, and you will see what is happening, so let me copy and paste it over here, okay. So let me print uh, fruit 1, so it will be providing me the answer mango. So mango is the fruit 1. Just have a look. And if I'm mentioning say fruit 3, so it is going to provide me orange. Orange. So spelling mistake. Orange. Okay. So this is the another way of declaring variable. And Python, what I told you, it is very smart. And how it is possible, so once we have declared these particular variables, so it worked in this particular way, so it has gone through in this particular way. So fruit 1, say address 1, address 2, address 3, and then this is nothing but address, and these are nothing but values, mango, orange, papaya, orange, papaya, and mango. So what is happening over here, once we have declared these particular variable, three variables, then three addresses has been uh, captured or pointed in the memory once we have done the declaration of these variables. And fruit 1 with respect to address 1, fruit 2 with respect to address 2, fruit 3 with respect to address 3. Once we are calling say fruit 1, then it is calling address 1, and mango 1 is, that is the value basically, and we are able to get that particular value. Once we are trying to fetch the value of fruit 3, then it is pointing to this particular address and capturing the value, and we are able to get the value as well. So this is nothing but how the variables are being declared in the world of Python. Just have a look and try to do it by yourself as well. Try to do it by yourself, and do not copy and paste. Try to type it, right? Simple stuff, but it will give you a flavor how we are going to code, how we are going to code in future, or how we will be able to write complex codes in future. So these are the building blocks only. right? Kishan, Rohit, Naresh, Raz, Akhil. Any confusion, just try to execute it and confirm.
No, sir, it's good. I will check.
Please confirm once you have done so that we can proceed further.
Yeah, sure. Got it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, perfect. Okay, next stuff, that is data types in Python. So we have declared variable, over here. Say this is variable declaration. Variable declaration. Fruit one, fruit two, fruit three, mango, papaya, orange. So these variables are having these particular values. Fruit, fruit one, two, three, fruit one, fruit two, fruit three are having these particular value. But what is the type of these particular values? Okay, that is denoted by the data type. Okay, so variables are utilized to store different data types. Variables are stored, or variables are utilized to store different type of data. And just have a look. So if I'm going to print, say print type of, say, fruit one. Okay, type of fruit one. So it is going to give me class string. It is of string type. This fruit one is of string type. In the same fashion, like what I have mentioned, like string notation is done within the inverted commas. So whatever we have defined in inverted commas, Python is smart enough. It is going to, you can say, provide the data type by itself. Okay, so Python has taken the data type by itself. So over here, like data type is string for this particular fruit. And let me try to print the data type of, say, s. S is a variable which we have declared over here, s equal to 5. Or you can take anyone, like let me take the best 26 student count, and I want to check the type of this particular variable that I have declared over here. Let me run it, and it is showing integer. So I have not declared integer or string over here, but Python has taken by itself. Python is smart enough in order to identify the data type by itself. If like we have gone through with the Java programming language, and inside the Java, what we have seen, say, let me show you inside the Java. So long count equal to 0. So long count is a keyword. Count is a variable that I'm going to define, and its type is long. Okay. Over here, I need to explicitly define the data type of a particular variable inside the Java. Okay, I need to explicitly define the data type, huh? in the in the world of, you can say, C, or in the C programming language itself, like we used to define, say, integer, like in this particular way, in C, say integer, say big data, like batch 26 student count equal to 5. This is in case of, you can say, C programming language, huh? Okay, and we have seen the Java, like long count equal to 5 or 0, whatever. So this is nothing but the data type. Over here, this is nothing but the data type. But in the world of Python, we have not declared the data type. However, if we want, we can declare the data type. But if we are not going to declare the data type, then Python is going to consider or take the data type by itself. Okay, so different data types are there inside Python, and just have a look the data types and all. See, programming language, Java. Okay, Java programming language. Now, what I have mentioned. So data types are nothing but the type of, you can say, value that is declared during the variable declaration. Type of value, like mango is of string type, this batch 26 student count is of integer type, so this is a way of, you can say, defining or declaring the type of the data which is captured inside the variable declaration. So data types, the meaning of data type is like this. And inside the Python, we are having different data types in order to finish our task. In order to deal with different type of data, we are having different data types, like, say, we are having strings. Okay, we are having number, we are having list. Okay, tuple, dictionary, okay, set. Different data types are available, okay, say string number. Number can be, say, integer, float, float. Okay, complex numbers are there. Okay, then these are nothing but collections, okay. So over here, these particular things like string, number, string and numbers, these are denoting the single, you can say, value, but we, once we are having more than one value to a variable, then we call them as a collection. So just have a look. Fruit 1 is having one value, that is nothing but mango. Okay, fruit 2, that is nothing but papaya. Fruit 3 is nothing but orange. So we are having three variables, and three values has been defined with respect to these particular variables. So one variable with respect to one value, but once we are having multiple values with respect to one variable, so say, let me write in this particular way, like fruit equal to this, okay, let me mention in this particular way. So fruit equal to mango, papaya and orange. Now one variable is having multiple values, so that is nothing but collection, So collections are used in order to store multiple values, and these you can say simple, you can say string numbers, these are you can say utilized in order to uh, store single value with respect to one variable. Okay, so we will be moving with say how to define these particular strings and we can say variable. So say base 26 say student base 26 student and let me say mention uh, student students, and let me mention say Naresh, say Rohit, say Kishan, Raj Babu, Akhila. Okay, say these are the students that we are having in batch 26, and like batch 26 is nothing but a single variable and it is going to hold multiple values. So there's nothing but the collection. And let me declare it over here, and let me try to print say the type of batch 26 student, and I'm going to print it. Print it. So once I'm going to print it, so class that is list now. So what I have mentioned over here inside the Python list, tuple, dictionary and set, these are nothing but the collection. So what we have defined over here, this is nothing but a collection. So one variable is used to handle and used to have multiple values. That means that is nothing but collection, and multiple you can say different types of collections are available inside Python like list, tuple, dictionary, set. So this is like the example of list. Okay. Now tuple in order to define, so curly you can say square brackets are used to define list, and the round brackets are used to define tuple inside the Python. Let me try to declare in this particular way. Let me mention in this particular way. Yes, this is tuple, and let me try to print it. First of all, I want to print the type of this, print and type of this. Okay, just have a look. The type of this. The type of this is tuple. So we can comment it over here as well. Declaration of tuple in Python. And in the same fashion, declaration of list in Python. List in Python. So this is nothing but like how we are going to declare tuples, how we are going to declare list. The difference between list and tuple, list can have repeated values. List can have repeated values, but tuple are not going to have the repeated values. These the values inside the tuple will be unique one. Okay, so that is the difference between list and tuple. Uh, now we are going through. Let me try to check with respect to the presentation. So okay, so just have a look over here. First one is the numbers. So inside the Python, we can have different types of numbers. Numbers, say integer, then say long, long, float, and complex. Float and complex. Float and complex. So with respect to the numbers, that is the, you can say, one of the data type inside Python, and it can be of integer, long, float, and complex. So over here, say say uh, what we have mentioned over here, like best. Let me take percentage and student percentage, percentage is, and then say 5.5. So like it is going to take numbers, numbers in Python. So 5 5.5, like it is going to take it as a float, and let me try to print the type of this, print type. So it is going to provide me float. If like we are typing it like this, so it is going to take integer. If like we are going to take this, so it is going to take still integer, 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 still integer. I have to think where it is going to change. It's not changing. Still integer. Still integer. Okay, so I think Python 3 is able to handle integer, is able to handle long as well. Let me try to search on to Google itself. In Python 3, integer is able to handle long values. So Python support big num integer type, which can work arbitrarily large numbers in Python 2.5 that were okay. So in Python 2.5 plus, this type is called long and is separate from integer type, but interpreter will automatically use the more appropriate. Can we use long in Python? In Python 2.7, separate integer, which is 32 long that is the same as integer. Python 2 can store arbitrarily large number. Okay, so that's what like there's certain change inside the inside Python 3. Okay, 3 dot x. So the integer is able to handle long values as well. Okay, previously like we used to have the different you can say data type that was long, but in Python 3 integer is able to handle the long values. So there is a range of integer. Like integer is able to store. Previously it was 32,676. It was there, but like now that particular range has been changed. So that is nothing but like long values. If the data size is too much high, then we are going to use the long you can say data type, right? Long is in long values inside the Python 3 is handled by integer itself. We have seen that we have taken huge number and it was showing the data type integer itself. So these particular changes uh, has been done within the Python 3, right? Inside Python 3, long is not there, only integer is going to handle those particular values. Any confusion, friends, with respect to that of Python? We are having Python version 3.11, so that's why. If
Is
you
there any limit? Still any limit? Like you
yes,
said,
yes, yes,
32-bit
limit is
or
there.
any.
Yes, yes, limit is there. Definitely limit will be there. So range for integer in Python. Okay, so this is the range. These represent the range. No, 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 this is not the Python range.
Integer range in Python, size of integer in Python.
Range will be there definitely. In Python, the value of an integer is not restricted by number or bits. It can expand to the limit of the value's available memory. Okay.
I think it is so much.
Yes. So it is. like up to the memory limit. It can be anything. If you are having memory to store it, then you can be able to have that.
I think there is no role of a long variable.
Mm-hmm. How to check range of integer in Python with programmer. That is not with respect to. We need to import certain system files. So it is somewhere it is showing this particular thing like this is the range for Python, integer in Python, range function. Not looking for range function. So it can be checked like with the help of a system. I'm not having the awareness at this point of time, but I can check. Like in this particular way, say system dot max size, so there will be certain things max integer, so in python 3 sys dot max integer has been removed, sys dot max size has been introduced, so let me try to check with this max size, Hmm. So this is the range, that is min size. Sys dot max size is there. Max float info.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. I got a statement.
Mm-hmm.
In Python 3, integer is upgraded to long by default, which
Yes,
means
yes,
that
that's
all
what I
the
said.
set
Na?
of integers.
That's what I said.
Yes.
Like long is not there in Python 3. That's what I said.
Okay.
That's what I said. Int info. Okay, okay. So probably we will be able to get int info like bits per digit 30, number of digits 4, bits per digit 30, number of digit 4, bits per digit 30, 30 digits per bit. Mm-hmm. 30 default string, 4300 string check. So we can store any value, and it is showing that if you are having memory in order to store that particular value, that can be taken care by integer, one of the thread was saying that, but previously long was available, friends, and it has been introduced in 3.0, like after 3.x version the long has been removed and we are having integer itself. Otherwise previously, like when I used to type say like say in s equal to say such type of values was there, and I was trying to print say type of this type of s, then it was printing say longer, but at this moment it is printing integer itself because it is able to handle this particular value, right? And and if we are having enough memory to store this particular, you can say, value, then it can be handled by integer. There is no as such limit is mentioned, right? So
Right, sir.
long is not available in python 3. Integer is going to take, and long was there in python 2. Okay, so complex,
Yes.
so how, yes, yes, so how to define the complex data type, so complex say, uh, it will be utilized in mathematical functions say complex number, that's equal to say 3 plus 4j, okay, that is nothing but the complex data type, and say print type of complex, type of complex class complex, or you can say for better understanding say data. This is the data that we are having a variable, and I just want to type the uh, type of this data, so that is nothing but the complex, so inside the mathematical functions it will be utilized, and say we can have sum of the complex number, okay, product of the complex number, quotient of the complex number, difference in the complex number, so say if we are having two complex number, say 3 plus 4j 1 minus 2j, okay, so we will be able to run different operations onto those particular complex number. So that is the, you can say, integer, long, that is not there, float and complex, these are the numbers inside the python, and how we are going to define say this is nothing but integer, and this is nothing but complex, say a plus 5j plus 2 plus 5j, so that is nothing but complex, that is float, that is nothing but integer, okay. So integer, look, for better notation, let me use underscore. So I can define integer, float, and complex, you can say numbers, with the help of Python. There is not any issue. Okay. Then string, string, string. How to define the string in the Python? So what is there? Let me try to copy this particular, or let me try to not copy. I'm just going through with this particular stuff only. Okay, so string, let me define one string, say st batch 26, that is one string that I'm having, and I'm going to pass certain values. So strings are denoted with the help of inverted commas. Say big data is big, okay, big data is big. This is a string, and I have defined it. Now let me try to print a string. So in order to print the string, we are having print this particular string and say print dash 26. So it's going to print this particular value. Now now inside the string, what is being happening? Like we can take out the characters from this particular string. Its addressing start with 0, and we can take as much as can characters from this particular string. We will be going through with this. So bash 26, it is going to print the entire string. Let me mention over here, handling string data types, and let me comment it. So this is the portion for string data type. So bash 26, big data is big, and I'm going to print the entire string. So big data is big, that is the entire data. And let me try to print the type of this. So type of this is nothing but string type. This is of the string type. String type. This is of string type. Big data is big the content. What I have mentioned, like I can be able to take values from this particular defined string, and addressing is started with 0. Okay, so say print, just have a look, print 0. So I just want to have 0th element from this particular string, as 26, and 0th element I want to have. So I want to have the 0th element. Just have a look, it is giving me B. Okay, so what I have mentioned, I have said that inside the string, if you want to print certain portion from this particular string, then you will be able to do that. Its addressing start with 0, and you will be based upon the address. Say if you want to print, say fifth element, or third element, so it is going to 0 1 2. So second element, it is going to print G. Okay, just have a look. So G it has printed. If you want to print the fifth element, so it is going to print say D. Okay, D is nothing but the fifth element. Fifth element. So what has happened? Okay, issue. So bracket was not closed properly. Now fifth is A. 0 1 2 3 4 fifth. Yeah, fifth is A, not D. Yeah. So if I want to print I, then which one I need to have, which indexing I need to have, which index I need to mention? Friends, if I need to have one, if I need to print Y I, then which index I need to mention?
Sir, one.
Two.
One. Okay, that is fine, that is the easy one. So one. But now I want to get the data from D to A. I just want to fetch data from this particular string. Then what I need to give? How I'm going to mention? So from where I need to start? From which position I need
3
to
to
start?
6. 3 to 6.
3.
0 1 2
No, no,
3.
0, 1, 2, 3.
3 will be space, na? Third
3
position
will
will
be
be space.
space. 4
Yes.
to 7.
4 to 7, and how I'm going to mention 4 to 7? Like this, 4 to 7. So okay, just have a look. 4 to 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Okay, so it will end with the keyword. Okay, it will end with the letter. So 7, the position is 7. So it is not going to print that particular, it is going to print the less than 7. Okay, so 0, 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need to give up to 8 in
Eight.
order to
Eight.
uh, so indexing start with 0 and it is going to end and the the addressing which we are going, or the index which we are going to mention at the end, it is going to print less than to that particular index. So 4 to 8. Okay, right? Now
Yeah,
data is there.
right.
Okay, now just if I want to print each and everything after D, then what I need to have? Like I just want to check say D. After D, I want to have each and everything. Say data is big. I want to have each and everything. So what I need to do? I just need to mention in this particular way. 4 to all. 4 to all. Okay. So data is big. Right? Right? So try to check it by yourself. Okay? Try to check it by yourself. And confirm me as well. String operations in Python.
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
sir, slicing with the skip value and the skip words are the same things or what?
Slashing, I didn't get. Slicing, yes, more or less with respect to slicing.
Yeah, no, sir. Sir, slicing with skip value and skip words are both the same thing. We have to write
No,
the
no, no,
same
no, no,
context for the same.
no, 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 no. This is with respect to the letters, strings. Okay, string letters only. The position. It is not with respect to words, right?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. This is indexing with respect to the elements which are there inside this particular string, right? It is not able to, you will not be able to, string is not able to uh, judge that this is big is a word, data is a word. It is able to judge like the index, what is there on to zeroth index, what is there on to the fourth index. However, in the list we will be able to do this. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, was it stopped? Don't know. Recording is started just now. Okay, are you able to understand? Huh? Kishan,
Yes,
Rohit, Akhil, Naresh.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is one value only. Okay, and we are not having, it is not able to judge that this is one word, this is second word, this is third word, huh? That will come in case of list. Once we will be dealing with list, then that particular thing will come up. Over here this is the single value only, and we are going to split uh, with respect to that single value only, huh? Right? It is you try to think in this particular way, like we are having a bucket that is filled with water. Okay, okay, and then in case of list, what we are having, a bucket filled with the different color balls, huh? So over here we are having one value only, that is water. Okay, we are going to, you can say, split. Say we are taking out one glass of water from the bucket. We are taking out one mug of, you can say, water from that particular bucket with the help of this particular mechanism, slicing mechanism onto the string. Hope you are able to understand. Clear? Akhil, Naresh, Raz.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes,
okay, perfect. Now there are certain other operations as well which we can perform onto the string. Say, say, print. Please go on mute, friends. Then multiply by 4. Okay, so I'm going to multiply base 26 by 4. So what it is going to give me? Big data is big, big data is big, big data is big, big data is big. That is nothing but it has given four, you can say, replicas of this particular content. Okay, it has replicated, or it has whatever was there in this particular, you can say, variable. It has provided me, you can say, it has given me like it is given me the outcome by multiplying it by 4. Okay, so it is possible over here. Then say I can have I can add certain elements as well in this particular, you can say, in this particular variable base 26. So what I'm going to say, print, and say, mm, I can use plus over here, and I can plus say welcome to Boost Analytics. Okay. Welcome to Boost Analytics. So I have used this plus symbol over here, and what I'm willing to do, I'm willing to add big data is big, and in this particular string, I was just want to add this particular string information as well, and then entire batch 26 will be one string. Just have a look. Big data is big. Welcome to Boost Analytics. Let me mention space over here so that it will have better clarity. So big data is big. Welcome to Boost Analytics. So we can do these particular operations onto the data that we are having in a string. So with the help of string, these particular operations are possible. You can try it by yourself, and you will be able to do this. So list. Now what we can have list operations. So say let me pick list over here, and let me mention our operations on list. Operations on list. Let me comment it. Sorry, you can comment it as well. So operations on list. So this is one list that we have defined, and in the same fashion like what we have seen in terms of string, we will be having these kind of operations in list as well. So just have a look. If I want to have, if I want to print, say, so print batch 26 student, that is going to print the whole list. Okay. So over here as well, like the indexing inside the list will start with 0, but at this moment it is not the letter, it will be this particular word. Probably Akhil has asked, like, is it limited to letter or limited to word? So previously the string what we have seen, that was limited to letters only, the position of letters. Okay, if we are, like, if we are willing to identify the zeroth index, so it is going to print, say, big B. So with respect to zeroth index, capital B was printed. With respect to second index, the G was printed. With respect to fifth index, I think A was printed. With respect to first index, I was printed, and 4 to 8, 4, and then we have applied the multiplication and all. So those were the operations onto the list, onto the string. Same, in the same fashion we can have the operations onto the list itself. So the zeroth index will be this particular complete word. Just have a look. Okay, so zeroth index Naresh is there. If I want to find out, like, if I want to, I want Raj Babu. So 0, 1, 2, 3. I want to use third index. So third index is there. So it is going to print Raj Babu. Okay, if I want to print, say, Akhil, so one stuff is there, say -1. So -1 is not Akhila. So I can have the indexing from left to right as well as right to left as well. So from right to left, it will start with -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. And from left to right, it will start with indexing 0. So if I want to identify say cation, so -1, -2, -3. So third position, -3 position is there. So cation is there. Okay, so in this particular way, like, I will be able to have the values from this particular string. -1 I have seen. Now you need to tell me, I just want to have Rohit and Kishan. What index I need to mention over here? I want to have Rohit and Kishan in only. So how I'm going to mention? Slicing is very important. This is nothing but slicing, friends. How I am going to divide the elements of a string, sorry, list. How I'm going to fetch required elements from a list. If I want to have Rohit and Kishan, then what I need to mention over here? Rohit and Kishan. With respect to Rohit and Kishan.
Rohit and Kishan. So Rohit is 1 and Kishan is 2. So 1 comma 2 or 1 sorry 1 colon 2.
So 1 colon 2, 0, 1 and 2. So will 2 be included over here or not? What do we have seen
Not,
in
I
terms of
think.
string?
It will be
So
less
what I
than
need,
2, it will less than 3. So it will be 1 and 3.
okay,
No,
1
no,
and 3.
this time I think. So in this case, it will work like less than 3 or equal to. It is
The same
taking equal to
mechanism
Correct.
will
the.
be there. Same
Equal
mechanism
to
will
two,
be
sir.
there. Same
Okay.
mechanism will be
Okay,
there.
okay.
Mm-hmm. So 1 colon 3 or 1 colon 2?
1 colon
So
1
3,
1
sir.
colon
colon
3.
3.
1 colon 3. Okay. Who is saying 1 colon 2?
Naresh, sir.
Naresh. So why 1 colon 2?
So
Over
actually,
here.
in string, yeah, sir, I know that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's counted less than one, but it's in string. It's count till up to where you want to print. It will count that one, I think.
Hmm. But it will
Because
be
in because sir, in three, it will count Raj Babu also.
0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. It will
Yes,
always less than 3. So if less
yes,
than 3, then it is going to print Rohit and Kishan. Same we have seen in terms of string itself. Huh?
yes, sir.
Okay. So Rohit and Kishan. Huh? Rohit and Kishan. So whatever the value that is going to mention, try to think in this way: start index and stop index. Huh? Start index and stop index. So start value, that is fine, it will start from here. But stop index, it will stop at this value. So whatever the values we are having before stop index, that will be captured. Stop index is not captured. Huh?
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
So you can think in this way, like we are having say 0, 0, 1, 2. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 0 start index, that is fine. And so 0 will be, so say 0.1, 0.2 up to 0.9. So it will be up to 0.99. So 0, okay, 0 universe will be over here. Then 1 universe will start 1.1 to 2. Okay. So over here, what we have mentioned, say it will be up to 3. Up to 3 means say 2 to 2.9, 99. So once it will be up to 3, then 3.3, 3.1, 3.2. So it will be beyond that particular index. So that's why, like, this particular value, the stop index, once it is stopped, so it will stop on that index, and prior to this particular index the values will be captured, right?
All right, sir.
Now I just want to have uh so after Rohit, I like each and every one, every value. So how I'm going to mention
Then 1 colon.
one colon, what about others, is it fine? One colon,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fine.
one colon all. We are going to pronounce it one colon all. So it is going to print each and every value after Rohit. So Rohit, like we are going to start with one index and all the values from this particular list. Now, uh,
Sir,
mhm.
sir, if you want to print from backwards, then sir,
You tell me how we are going to print from the backward. What you want to print?
From backward, when we want to print Akhil, Rajbabu and Kishan and Rohit.
Akhil, Rajbabu, Kishan, and Rohit. You want to print this, huh?
So it will start from -1, right, sir?
Okay. And then
-1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So it will -1 colon,
-5, huh?
but
Right?
it will take from less than -5. So less than -5 will be less than will be -6. So how it will print, Rohit?
-1, -2, -3, -4. This is -5.
-5. So as per logic, it will print like -1 to less than -5. So less than
Yes.
-5, it is less than is less than -5 is less is -6, not -4.
So you are calculating from left to right, right to left, and you are going through with the index, right? So
Okay.
the position is -1, this position is -2, this position is -3, this position is -4, this
So
position
it
is
will not
-5.
work like a mathematics. It will work like a position.
Try to think like I didn't go in that particular way. Just try to think in this particular way. So what it has
Okay,
given?
okay, I understand. Yeah, yeah, thanks, sir. Thanks.
So it has given nothing. -1. Okay, so with respect to the minus mechanism, only single value we can have. We can't have the range. Okay, range like we can't have multiple values. Just have a look. So I have printed -1 colon all, but it has given me Akhil only, right?
Can you please write -4 colon all?
-4, okay, colon all. Okay, so it has printed from this to here. And your mathematic is now correct,
Also, I did not understand that. So,
right?
-4 colon all.
Sir, but before this we are
Yes, it's
using
absolutely right.
-1 colon -5 for the same thing.
But it has printed nothing.
Can you sir type one thing more, one thing again?
Uh-huh.
-4,
Uh-huh.
-4 colon -1.
-4 colon -1. Okay. So what it is going to print?
I think Rohit, Kishan, and Rajbabu.
Yes. What about others? What it is going to print?
Same, sir.
Yes, sir, same, sir. Actually, it's a value till no, no, -4. Hmm.
Now I
You were
understand,
correct.
sir. Means this is following the mathematics also.
Hmm, 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 hmm.
But minus
Right?
or plus means it is giving the, we are giving the just codes to the names, means uh, we are
No, no,
giving
no. This is
one,
the
two, three,
position.
four
These are the positions. Huh? These are the positions basically. Yeah.
positions. Yes.
Index is basically, no? Okay.
Okay.
So zeroth, first, second, third, and fourth. Minus one, minus two, minus three, minus four, minus five. Right?
Right.
Okay.
Still we will
So,
giving the number minus one to right to left, but still we will go from left to right.
ha, ha, ha. No, 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 no. Okay. So, like it is going to print in this particular way because we are having the data in this particular way. Okay, and say minus 4 is this particular position. Minus 4 is this particular position. We are moving from smaller to highest. Right? So minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. So that's why like the correct indexing mechanism is there.
Right, sir.
Po-
Right, sir.
It is not like we are moving left to right or right to left. This is with respect to what we have mentioned over here. Right?
Right, sir.
Okay. So another operation that we can have, like we can multiply it by 2 as well. Okay, what we have seen in terms of in case of string as well. Just have a look. So it will be going to double the values which we are having. Now the list is having these particular values. Naresh is there, Rohit is there, Kishan is there, Raj Babu is there, Akhil is there. Then we can do the addition. Okay, like we can add uh, different list to this particular list. Say another list what we are having, say uh, batch say 23, and batch 23, that is list only, and it is having say Ram and Shama. These are two students, say from batch 23. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to print batch 26 plus say this batch 23. Okay, and just have a look what is there. So this batch 26, these are the students, batch 23, these are the students, and it has given me the concatenation of that particular list. So the operations we will be able to do onto this particular combined list. What I what I have mentioned, like list concatenation is possible with the help of just plus symbol. You can increase the values by using the multiply symbol. Okay, and whatever the data is available inside that particular list, that will be replicated with respect to the number that you are going to mention over here. Okay, if you are using certain, if you are going to concatenate certain values in the list, then you can use plus symbol, and you will be able to have the concatenation operation onto the list. Just try to do it by yourself. I'm going to paste it and try to run it by yourself. Try to run it. Just try to do it by yourself. Done? Are you able to execute? Huh? Akhil, Rohit.
Yeah, sure. It's working.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So next, like what we are having, tuple. Huh? Let
Sir,
me.
adding and inserting are the both same things in list.
Adding is not possible. Huh? That is concatenation. Adding is something like if we can have value say 10 over here, okay, and we are going to say add. Let me take an example. Huh? Say 20. Huh? Okay, so 10 and 20, like we are having this particular list, huh? But adding is something like addition onto the numbers, right? What we are doing, we are concatenating, huh? Like whatever the element in this particular list, we are concatenating it whatever the elements are in the previous list. So addition is not happening. Like addition is something like adding two numbers or multiple numbers. Huh? We are having multiples. We are having numbers over here, but addition is not happening. Huh? We are concatenating. Huh? Clear?
So you have written that now, sir, batch 26 student plus batch 23. That's why I am asking.
That is concatenation. Huh? Over
Okay,
here
okay.
onto the list, that is concatenate. Huh?
Okay, sir.
Or you can say we are clubbing together two lists. Huh?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, sir.
In your words you can understand, you can take it in this way, like we are adding two list means we are concatenating the elements of two lists together. So whatever is there in this particular list, that will be clubbed together with the element that we are having in this particular list, right?
If we have to add something in the index, then we have to use insert or this concatenation only.
No, we can use insert, we can use insert,
Okay, sir.
and it will be added, you can say, at the end of that particular list,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Okay, sir.
Guys, please confirm.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, okay. So, like you were asking about insert, huh? Uh, so just what you need to do, you need to say type list, say best 23, okay, dot insert is there, huh? Okay, right? Insert, and best 23 is having Ram Shyam 1020, huh? And let me mention say Gita, okay. and base 23. I just want to print base 23. Okay, so just have a look. Where is uh, base 20? Mhm. Hmm. Let me try to execute. What is the issue? Just a minute. Okay, so just have a look. The signature of this insert, insert self hyphen hyphen index and hyphen hyphen object. So what I need to mention the index as well. So index, in which index you want to have, in which index you want to have, at which index you want to have certain value, 0, 1, 2, 3, and say 4. So you can mention the index over here, then Gita. Okay, so and you can print dash 23. There are certain changes. Probably it will run. Okay, so Gita is also added. You can change the indexing, say 2, and then so on the second index it has been added. Right? Are you able to understand? And insert.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me try to uncomment it. So same thing will happen with the tuple as well. Uh, Let me try to walk you through with tuple. Tuple. So tuple that is denoted with the help of you can say round bracket. Over here, what we have mentioned. Let me mention it over here. String, and then these are on list. String, and then these are the list operations. In the same fashion, what I have mentioned, tuple. Okay, so tuple can be defined with the help of round brackets. Okay. So these particular things will work over here as well. So let me try to print it over here. Okay. And uh, let me comment each and everything before this. Okay, tuple. So best 26. So Naresh, it has printed Naresh. This is from the tuple only. And all the operations that we have seen over here, those will be, you can say, those operations will be possible over here with the help of tuple. Okay, so each and everything what we have seen in terms of list, uh, that is possible with the help of tuple. But just have a look and say insert. Let me try to go through with insert. Batch 26.student.insert. So are you able to see the insert over here in this particular tuple? Are you able to see? Insert is not there. Another thing that say I have defined, I am going to define, say I'm going to add uh, say batch 26, batch 23, batch 23, where batch 23 is over here. Batch 23 is there, and let me try to have say Naresh as well. Okay, Naresh. Now I just want to do the addition or concatenation, concatenation of batch 26 plus batch 23, and I'm going to print it now. I'm going to print it. Okay, sorry, tuple. So what we have defined as a list over here, and tuple can't be added with list. So batch 26 now, batch 23, just have a look, batch 23 is not a list, not can only concatenate tuple, not list to tuple. So what we have defined over here, we have defined it as a list earlier, now we have converted it into the tuple, and now it will be able to have the addition. So just have a look, Naresh, Rohit, Kishan, Akhil, Ram, Sham, 10, 20, and Naresh. What Naresh? And say uh, okay, so let me try to iterate it for with the help of for loop for elements and batch total batch 20 plus 26% batch total and print element. Let me try to print something. That is fine. So what we are able to see, like all the operations that we were able to see in case of list, those particular operations we are able to perform onto the tuple. Just have a look and ask if you are having any doubt. Okay,
Yes, sir.
are you okay? But what is the difference between list and tuple? You didn't ask this question. What is the difference between list and tuple? Like whatever we were able to do over here, same thing we are able to do over here, but what is the difference between list and tuple?
In lists are the
Uh,
same type of data type.
in this, it is separated all the elements
Mm-hmm.
one by one.
Same
It is
thing is there.
separated all the elements in ascending order. But on
No,
that
no, no,
case,
no,
it is adding.
no, no, no. That's what we have. Like I try to iterate it with for loop. That's what we were getting this. That's why we were getting this. But what is the difference between list and tuple? If you iterate list, then also you will be able to get the same stuff. But what is the difference?
In the lists are the data type is all of same type, and but in tuple it's can different type also.
No, no, no. We can have different data type as well.
Okay.
List is mutable and tuple is unmutable.
What is the meaning of mutability?
Means we can change the elements in the list in that
Yes, sir.
tuple.
Mm-hmm. So previously, what we have seen, if you are going to define a list, say batch 23 is a list. Let me try to define it. Okay, this is the difference between both of these two. Batch 23, say -1. Okay, -1 _ 1. So this is tuple, this is the list, and how we are able to identify this is denoted by round bracket, and this is denoted by square bracket. Square bracket is the list one, and round bracket is the tuple one. So once a tuple is defined, okay, so it is, you can say, unmutable. So okay, sorry, mutable. Mutable is something like we can't change.
No, sir. It's
Sorry,
immutable.
sorry. Mutable is
Mutable, right?
something we can change. We can change, right?
Yeah.
Mutability
Yes, sir.
means we can change. Unmutable, like we will not be able to change. And what I have given you a hint. So say batch 26 underscore 1, and I am going to print say insert. Over here we are having insert. So I have declared a list. Still I'm able to, you can say, update the elements of this particular list. Right? Still I'm able to insert certain values. Say onto the second index I want to have, say ram, or say hello. I want to have this particular keyword or word at the second position. Okay, and I will be able to do that, and say print hello, print, sorry, this one. So just have a look. So hello has been inserted into this particular list. But can I do the same with tuple? Just have a look, best 26 and best 26 dot insert. So insert is not there. We are not able to see the signature of insert. So once defined, it can't be changed. It is unmutable, right? It is unmutable. That is the meaning of mutability with respect to list and tuple, right? Are you able to identify the
Yeah, right, sir.
difference?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir,
Okay,
right, sir.
so that is the main difference, friends. And with respect to data engineering world, tuples are more important. We need to declare our variables as tuple because we don't want to change the values in future. You can think in this particular way, like you have defined the DCR meeting threshold, that is uh, say less than 2%. So if, or you can say, if DCR success rate is greater than 98%, okay, drop call rate, success rate, whatever, probably the KPI what I'm mentioning is not correct, or you can say throughput. If throughput is greater than 99.5, then I can say good sell. So what you have defined, you have defined one variable, and if that particular variable is keep on changing or certain updation is being happening, then entire, you can say, outcome or working methodology may change, right? So we need to define thresholds in terms of tuple so that it will not be changed and I will be able to get the final outcome, right? However, another thing, so we can't change a tuple, but if we are adding two tuples and creating a new tuple, then that is possible. At that moment, like addition of values is possible. That is nothing but creation of tuple. And once a new tuple is created, then updation will not happen. Addition will not happen in the tuple list, right? Tuple values, sorry, not list, right? We have seen like by creation of total, by addition of batch 26 and batch 23, that is possible. We are at that moment, what we were doing, we were just creating the tuple, right? Clear? Are you able to correlate? Correlation
Yes,
is
sir.
must.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So last collection for the day, that is dictionary. Yeah, let me copy it over here for the better understanding. Dictionary. This is the last collection for the day. Dictionary is nothing but key and value pair. That is nothing but key and value pair. Okay. So say the values that we were having, and dictionaries are denoted with the help of curly bracket. So say base 26, and I have used say curly brackets, and what I mentioned, key and value pair. So one is the key value is say Naresh, two is the key value is Rohit, three is the key value is Kishan, and four is the key say value is Rajbabu, and five is the key value is Akila. So in this particular way, I will be able to define a dictionary. Just have a look. Dictionary. Okay, and let me try to print type of dictionary. Best 26 students. Huh? So just have a look. What is the type? Type is dicta. That is nothing but the dictionary. Okay. Now, uh, there is certain beauty once we are dealing with dictionary. Okay. So if I'm say I just want to uh, print. If I want to print say best 26, that is fine, best 26. And if I'm giving say value, if I'm giving the key, it is going to provide me the value. Okay, so say I'm going to pass say 1 and it will give me the value. Okay, so print best 26 student and I'm passing value, and it is going to provide me sorry, I'm passing key, this is key, this is value, this is key, this is value. If I'm passing key, it is going to provide me the value. Okay, so what will be the outcome? The outcome will be Naresh. I'm providing key and it is giving me the value, right? I'm providing key and it is giving me the value. Okay, in the same fashion, like if I want to get the addition, so I just need to pass the keyword, the key, and it is going to provide me the value with respect to key 3. Key bracket is not there. Let me add bracket. So cation is there. So key and value pair. Now, another thing that like say uh, uh, so get get one. So get one, we can get the values with respect to this particular stuff, and with respect to dictionary we are having certain, you can say another function say get one. Okay, we are having different functions with respect to dictionary, say pop, copy, keys, clear. Okay, items, so items dot items, and like it is going to list all the items, print items, so all the items, dict items, this is nothing but the dict items, like key value, key value, key value, key value, so different operations are there that we can have with the help of dictionary. Then say test 26 students dot say keys, and so all the keys, it is going to list all the keys, what are the keys which are available to print, and just have a look, so all the keys are listed over here, okay. And like another operation that if you want to perform, say dot pop is there, pop, and then what I need to mention say 5, okay. So pop is used for what? Pop is used for what? Akhila. So just have a minute. Like you can go through if you are not able to understand one another thing that I want to show. Say pop, and if you hover on to this particular, you can say pop. Okay, so pop. So just have a look. Return, pop, pop. I just want to like how you can be able to check the signature of a particular function. So these are nothing but inbuilt function. Whatever we are using over here. Okay, say get. So this is nothing but an inbuilt function that we are having. So just a minute. Get. This is nothing but the Python documentation where you will be able to see the description of each and every function which is mentioned over here. So I'm just trying to show you something. So just have a look like parameter unfilled. Okay, possible clauses mapping get and like self. There's no need to mention anything mapping, and then certain you can say kt. There will be certain description with respect to these particular things onto the Python documentation. And like over here, just what I used to say, like if you are mentioning something over here, so dot get, this is nothing but certain functions with inbuilt function that we are using in order to perform a particular operation. So at the rate overload, and what, just have a look how it is defined. So def get self and then key. Okay, and then you need to just mention the key values and all. So this is nothing but the syntax in order to define, like it is going to list the value that you are that you want to have, that you want to get. So each and everything that you can say that you are going to utilize or the signature with respect to the function that you are going to utilize, that is given over here. And it will be, you can say, more clear once you are using you are going to start using the indexing. So once you are using inbuilt function, try to go through onto the signature, try to check the signature. So previously what we have seen, like what I have mentioned, I have not mentioned the index once I was trying to insert the elements in the list. But once I check the signature, then I was able to understand that the signature, inside the signature we need to mention the index as well with value. So things will be more clear once you start using indexing signatures basically. So get is giving this particular signature, and signature is like self. So no need to bother about this. Then you need to mention the key, and it is, you can say, mapping onto the key that you have mentioned now. And its documentation is saying something, but like it is not more clear. Uh, we will be going through with another, you can say, other signatures which are more clear with respect to the other operation. So the main thing what I am willing to say over here that within the dictionary, with the help of the collection dictionary, you will be able to perform different operations, say items, keys, get. But more important is like to fetch elements, to fetch values with respect to the keys, and it is possible like to add certain values as well. Okay, to add certain values as well. Say. Uh, to modify certain values as well so let me mention, say over here, uh, what I am trying to say best 26 and mhm, and say on to fifth, you can say index and what I want to have say Akhil Kumar. Akhil Kumar. So I'm going to change the value of this particular index, Akhil to Akhil Kumar. That is fine. Uh, Let me do the execution and let me try to print the dictionary itself. Not type, but I want to print the elements. So I just want to use this particular line. I just want to have all the items. So Akhil to Akhil Kumar. So onto the index 5, I have changed the values to Akhil Kumar. So that is also possible. So these are the things with respect to the collections inside the Python that we are having. Okay. And in this particular session, what we have gone through with variables. Then we have gone through with strings. Okay, numbers and collections. From the collection side, what we have seen list, tuple, and dictionary. So these particular things we have seen in our today's session, and I'm going to share these particular notepad and you can say .py file. I will be sharing this particular first program .py, and you will be having this particular code that we have seen in our today's session, and try to do the practice once you got the time. So that's it for today's session. If you are having any doubt, you can ask. That's it for the today's session. Naresh, Raz, Akhil, Rohit. If you are having any doubt, you can ask.